Hi everyone, welcome to Guides Tales. I'm Captain Zyak, and today my buddy Captain Jamie is coming down from the Panhandle, and I'm going to show him what we do in Stuart, Florida, summertime snook fishing.
Ed, it's nice to finally be down in Stuart. I think every time we fish, we're up in
somewhere else,
up in the Panhandle or in Texas. So
right? Yeah, I know you've been all over doing this for a long time. I was excited to have you come down and check out what I do. Now, this is where I've been guiding for the last 20 plus years. We're on the southern end of the Indian River Lagoon, and I'm just excited to show you around. Today is a Sunday, so we're gonna go down and I'm gonna see if we can catch a snook in the incredible amount of chaos that we're going to run into as soon as we go past this bridge to the south. It's going to be insane, like nothing you've ever seen.
Well, I've always heard how easy it is to catch fish here, and when we got on the dock, we were waiting for you to come pick us up.
I've heard that too.
I mean, we saw tarpon rolling, we saw baits, pelicans, so there really should be no reason that we're not doubled up pretty much the entire time.
It's like back when we were fishing the redfish tour, guys would say, what, you only got to catch 2 redfish? How hard can it be?
No problem.
But yeah, we're gonna go have some fun, and like I said, I'm excited to show you around.
I'm excited to be here, so let's roll. We got some food, some drinks, and you know.
I know one thing, we're gonna have a good time.
Nothing else, we'll just chill.
So summertime fishing in Stuart, Florida, there's a lot of boats everywhere, super crowded, super congested, but we're able to sneak around and kind of hit those nooks and crannies that hold good fish. So I slid up to a bridge that's kind of upriver a little ways that's known for holding big snook. So, Jamie, we're here. Y'all are here for a couple days.
Yep.
Today we're kind of just out doing a little bit of scouting, but we thought, well, let's film it. And it's a weekend, it's super busy. We came up here, we're kind of hiding away from the crowd, waiting for everybody to go home. And I picked up some croaker. The cool thing about these guys is that they are genetically programmed to go to the bottom, and that's where the fish are. We're in about 14, 15 feet of water. We had marked some fish back here, so we're just gonna put him out, let him sweep, and we're slowly gonna maneuver him in and around these pilings, up and down all the rubble that's on the bottom here. And like I said, the good thing is he's going down. So where we were fishing, super heavy structure, been there a while. There's a lot of growth on these bridge pilings, and of course that's where these big fish like to hang out. There's some giant fish here. So when you hook a 30-inch fish, it's one thing. When you hook a fish that's over 40, that's another. You have to be ready to pull the boat out of there. And it's a little bit of a technique to get the big ones out, and trust me, I've lost plenty. So I was trying to explain to the guys, and I thought the best way to explain to them would be to hook a monster and show them. Look at this.
Oh, buddy.
Woo!
Oh,
Here,
grab?
No, just grab his lip. Just his lip. Get it. Dig in there. Get in there like you mean it. Yeah, baby.
Look at this fish.
That's what we come to Stuart for, right there.
I got him. Want to get the hook out?
Yeah. Oh,
no, you got this.
I got the fish.
You got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. This.
Pull him out with that VMC hook in his mouth, too.
That's funny, I don't even know if we filmed any of that, but our whole conversation was, hey, I think I'm gonna switch, because I had a conventional hook on, and I missed 3, and I reached in there and put that VMC circle on.
Every time, buddy.
Oh my God.
Golly, look at that.
This is a stud. And I'll tell you, I'm like I try to be super gentle with these fish. So we'll pop them up for a quick pick, but generally I don't even take them out of the water. Oh, that hook stuck him so good. So this is why I wanted you to come to Stuart, buddy.
Oh my. These big fish have immense amount of power. It's actually striking when you catch one of these to feel the amount of power these fish can generate. It's really an amazing thing.
That thing burned us in those pilings.
Burned you.
That little secret, just stay cool. Don't pump on them too hard. Put the boat in gear and just idle away. Sometimes they'll come right out. And that's exactly what happened. There's snook fishing, and then there's snook fishing. Y'all come to Stuart. I think she's ready. And I'm ready. I'm ready for another one. Oh.
See ya. Golly. Ah.
Yes.
Good job, bud. I've always wanted to see the St. Lucie Inlet. As a kid growing up, I read magazine articles about it. I'd watch fishing shows. They showed thousands of snook stacked up in this inlet. So when we were done with that bridge, first thing I wanted to do, I said, Ed, we got to hit that inlet. Let's hit that St. Lucie Inlet because I got to see these famed waters. You know, we're now in the St. Lucie Inlet.
Yes.
So growing up, saltwater sportsman, and then, you know, field and stream, you'd read these stories about famous St. Lucie Inlet and how these snook would stack up in the inlet.
Funny you should say that because I have a bunch of them right here on my screen.
So this is the area when they were talking about we're there. So.
Yeah, no, when I was a kid, we'd come out here and we never did bait fishing, we just threw artificials. But we'd pull up and sometimes you'd think you were looking at a piece of the reef. It would actually be 200 or 300 snook in a school. Schools are much smaller now, but I'm marking a good bunch right there, so maybe we flip a bait in and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think so, let's do it. Well, first of all, we got to the inlet and I said, oh, this is the inlet. It was actually smaller than I expected. You know, a lot of Florida inlets are pretty long. This was a pretty tight little inlet, and we rolled up to those rocks and right away, Ed and I double header.
All right, make that cast, we'll double up here. Oh my goodness. Hold on. All right. There you go. This is summertime snook fishing in Stuart, Florida. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Doubled up.
Nice work, Jamie.
Thank you.
Oh, he's all the way in. Get him up.
Woo! All right, Ed.
Oh my gosh. Let's look at this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Jamie's wrestling his.
Woo.
I think we just bested your PB snook.
I think so. This is a little bit bigger than my little flamingo.
Wow, Jamie, nice.
Yeah, buddy. Whew.
Woo.
Look at this. There's nothing wrong with that, Ed.
No. These are solid fish.
Beautiful fish.
I think mine's probably just a scotch bait.
No.
Yeah.
I think they're cousins.
Job, man.
Oh my Lord.
I'm so glad you came to
Yeah, oh, this is fun.
I knew you'd have a blast.
Tell you what.
Let me get mine and I'll get yours. Come here, baby.
I'll get your rod.
Wow.
Whew.
Oh. There's one. Let me get two in my hands at once. Oh. Dude. Come here.
Come on, Ed, you can do it.
Yeah.
Now that's the trophy shot there.
Twins. Woo! Yes.
Good job.
Excellent work.
Look at that circle hook, right where it's supposed to be.
Yep.
I mean, I tell you what, I've never had one clamp down, a big one on my thumb like that.
Yeah, they do that when they're
that
ready.
That feels pretty cool, huh?
So, like I was saying earlier, you know, we catch a couple and we move on. And shoot, most of the time I don't even take them out of the water. I just unhook them, let them recover.
Well, that's an experience there, buddy. Thank you. You know, we don't have these up in the Panhandle.
Nope. It's
So
all about the only thing you're missing.
It's a treat to be able to come down and do this. So listen, I you know, big fish do big fish stuff, but I wasn't expecting the power that these snook had. I mean, the sheer torque that they would take line off your reel, 0 to 60 in no time, and in no water. So to me, it was amazing. I lost a really big fish, but just watching the speed and the power that fish had was insane. You know, snook is such a part of the culture in this area of Florida that, you know, one of the landmarks in Jensen Beach is the snook nook. When you think of Jensen Beach in Stuart, Florida, you think of snook fishing. And when you think of snook fishing, you think of the snook nook. This store has been the center for fishing for this part of Florida since 1949.
No trip to Jensen Beach would be complete without a stop by one of the most iconic tackle shops probably on the east coast of Florida. When you think of snook fishing in Stuart or Jensen Beach, Florida, you gotta stop by Snook Nook Bait and Tackle. Now this place has been here since 1949 and they have everything you need and a lot of information. These guys are willing to share, and every good fishing trip starts with a visit to this store right here. All right, here we are, Snook Nook, Jensen Beach. Interesting fact about the Snook Nook is I started my guide career right here 22, 23 years ago, and started out just kind of helping customers. And while I was doing that, I learned so much just interacting with all the local anglers and just being part of the fishing community here in Jensen Beach. And now my son works here, so we'll swing over here and say hi and see what he's up to. Probably helping some customers and hopefully he's learning something. One of my favorite sections right here. This is my son helping a customer. The guys here really work hard to get everybody that comes in exactly what they need to be successful. So we got a ton of Rapala, we got a ton of DOA, all kinds of terminal tackle. Doesn't really matter if you're just going to the beach to have fun and kill time. Drowned shrimp, they got it. Or if you're a hardcore angler, you're gonna go out there and sight fish some snook on the beach, they got it. So just take a quick look around. They have a lot of stuff in a small place.
My name's Zyak. We're at the Snook Nook. This is one of my favorite places to be, even when I'm not working. I mean, we have all this tackle. I love fishing, and I love talking about fishing and helping people. So it's a fun place to be. There's good workers here. So some of the main questions I get asked when I come in are like the three main lures, or just like the main lures I'd use around here to catch snook and tarpon and different baits like that. So I love the DOA shrimp. The 3-inch shrimp is one of the most versatile baits on the market. I mean, just the way you work it, it's not even that hard to learn. It's just like, it takes a little bit of skill. I use the Tide more than anything when I work it, but the three main ones I'd say were the DOA shrimp, the Rapala skitterwalk, and then I love, if you're throwing like a live bait like a croaker, I love a VMC J hook. I just get really good hook sets. You know, they're strong hooks, never bend out on me, so that's my three main.
This is a cool picture here. The original owner, Johnny Crawford, when I started working here 20-some years ago, lived across the street. So when I would finish my shift, he'd be sitting on the porch. And I'd always go up and sit, have a cold drink and talk to him because he told me so much history. This is a picture of him and his wife. That's across the street.
And that's the original building?
That's the original building. All this has been built around. They used to sit under this sea grape tree, and it was on your honor. You'd pull up, people go in and dip their own shrimp, they'd just wave at Johnny. They'd throw the money in the can and leave. You can see what I'm talking about. There is so much stuff crammed into this little space. They literally have everything you need to be successful here fishing. Inshore, nearshore, offshore. When I first started here, it was some pretty salty old-timer fishing guides that worked here, and it took a while to kind of break into that inner circle, but then once I was in, and feels funny, I'm kind of like one of the old-timers now, but it was a great place to start and cut my teeth and kind of grow up around these guys. So if you're in Stuart, Jensen Beach area, do yourself a favor, stop into the Snook Nook. So later on that day, the crowd's kind of thinned out. A lot of people are starting to head back in for the day, and we're able to slide in to one of the islands, and I really wanted to show Captain Jamie a different style of snook fishing where it's more visual. And a lot of this stuff is, you know, I'm up high in my boat in my tower looking, and I can see the fish before we get there and set the boat up just right. When I pulled up there, what I was looking at was a known spot. There's a little bit of rubble, and it's really funny how it doesn't take much to hold fish. And the water was so clean and so clear that I could actually see the fish holding on some structure. So we just positioned the boat up tide, and again, we spot locked, and we're drifting baits back to that structure, kind of moving back and forth, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a monster coming, and before I could even get the words out, the fish had eaten the bait. Look at that fish going, guys.
Oh!
Oh!
There he goes. Oh, he's in the logs, Ed, look.
I turned him.
You got him.
I turned him.
Straight ahead, right here by that big stump. He's just sitting there, he's coming this way.
Don't know.
Ed, go to the back, go to the back.
I can't.
Come around back, Ed. Go ahead, go. Go. He's straight off the back, coming towards you.
Guys, this is a hoss. I saw this.
Woo! God, he's up on the flats, Ed.
Gentlemen. Oh my goodness. I watched that thing come in.
Ed, go to him.
There was 2 fish. I watched them come in, and I was trying to tell y'all right before we bid, I was like, look at these 2 coming in here, and then it was off to the races. This is a stud.
Woo, good one, golly. Ed hooked this fish and it was insanity. I mean, this is the biggest snook I've ever seen in my life, period. And this fish took him around the boat 3-4 times, hooked him into a log, hooked around the raptor. I mean, this was mayhem. It was probably one of the most exciting inshore catches I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Dang. That's a good one.
Woo, Ed, don't let him go. That's a giant.
That's a snook mouth right there, y'all. Whoa. Oh yeah.
Whoa, dude, I'm telling you.
That's serious. We upgraded. I mean, let's get this big girl back in the water real quick.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
Fish.
Man, good
awesome,
fish.
Guys. Oh. Woo! Baby. Can't even get my hand around her tail. Oh. Wow. Wow. That was fun. You good, baby doll? She's good. Yes!
Ed's back.
That was
Good
awesome.
one.
All right.
All right, time to regroup.
Now what? It's fun to catch those big fish, but it's even more fun to watch somebody catch their personal best fish. And I was so happy Captain Jamie came all the way down from the Panhandle and things sort of all came together, and he got his personal best snook, I think a couple times on this trip. And it's just so much fun to see the excitement in someone's face when they hook in and they feel the power of that fish when he takes off for the first time. It's just unmistakable.